Casinos are not just buildings with slot machines and card tables. They're meticulously designed psychological traps engineered to separate you from your money. Every single detail, from the carpet under your feet to the air you breathe, has been carefully calculated to keep you gambling longer and spending more. And honestly, the level of manipulation is both terrifying and absolutely fascinating. Let's dive into the wild world of casino psychology and uncover the tricks they really don't want you to know about. First up, let's talk about how casinos are literally designed like mazes. You walk in through grand, obvious entrances, but try finding the exit? Good luck with that. Casino architects intentionally create winding, confusing floor plans with no straight paths to the door. You'll pass dozens of slot machines and gaming tables just trying to find the bathroom. There are no clear sightlines to exits, and the layout constantly changes to keep you disoriented. It's like being trapped in a really expensive, really loud labyrinth where the minotaur is your own poor financial decisions. Here's something creepy. Notice anything missing on casino walls? Clocks. There are virtually no clocks anywhere on the gaming floor. And windows? Forget about it. Casinos are deliberately windowless environments where natural light never reaches. Without these external time cues, your internal clock goes haywire. You lose all sense of whether it's 3 in the afternoon or 3 in the morning. This temporal disorientation is completely intentional. When you can't track time, you gamble longer. Way longer. Some people genuinely don't realize they've been playing for 12 hours straight. Okay, so there's this famous rumor that casinos pump extra oxygen onto the floor to keep you alert and gambling. That one's actually not true. But here's what they do pump in carefully engineered sense. Casinos use sophisticated HVAC systems to distribute pleasant aromas throughout the gaming floor. These signature scents create a subconscious association between the smell and the excitement of gambling. Studies have shown that pleasant ambient scents increase the amount of money people gamble by a significant percentage. Your nose is literally being manipulated to open your wallet wider. Let's talk about those free drinks. Casinos are famously generous with complimentary alcohol, and it's not because they love you. Alcohol impairs judgment, increases risk-taking behavior, and makes you way more likely to make stupid bets. That free $15 cocktail? It's an investment that pays dividends in your loosened inhibitions and poor decision-making. The more you drink, the less you care about the chips disappearing in front of you. And those cocktail waitresses circulating constantly? They're not just being friendly. They're strategic weapons in the casino's psychological arsenal. Ever notice how loud casinos are? Specifically, how loud the winning sounds are. Slot machines create this constant symphony of bells, chimes, and electronic celebrations. Every minor payout gets announced with the audio equivalent of fireworks. Meanwhile, losses are silent. This creates a completely distorted perception of how often people actually win. Your brain hears constant winning sounds and thinks everyone's hitting jackpots left and right. In reality, those sounds represent tiny payouts and rare wins, but the auditory landscape makes it seem like the casino is just hemorrhaging money to lucky players. This one's diabolical. Slot machines are programmed to show you near misses way more often than random chance would dictate. You see 2 jackpot symbols line up, and the third one stops just short. Your brain interprets this as almost winning, which triggers the same reward pathways as actually winning. It makes you think you're getting close, that the big win is right around the corner. But here's the truth, that near miss was just as much a loss as any other losing spin. The machine is literally gaslighting you into thinking you're on the verge of success. Why do casinos use chips instead of cash? It's pure psychology. Chips don't feel like real money. They're colorful plastic tokens that your brain processes differently than actual currency. Handing over a $100 bill feels significant and painful. Tossing a black chip onto the table? That's just a game piece. This abstraction makes you bet more and bet bigger because you're disconnected from the real monetary value. It's the same reason mobile games use gems or coins instead of showing you the actual dollar amounts you're spending. Those player reward cards and loyalty programs? They're not rewards. They're surveillance and manipulation tools. Every card swipe tracks exactly how much you're betting, how long you play, which games you prefer, and when you're most likely to gamble. This data builds a psychological profile that casinos use to target you with personalized offers designed to get you back through the doors. That free buffet or hotel room isn't generosity. It's a calculated investment based on your proven willingness to lose money. They know your patterns better than you do. Casino floor layouts follow specific psychological principles. High-limit tables and slot machines are placed in visible, prestigious locations to show off big bets and big wins. This creates aspiration and social proof. Meanwhile, the machines with the worst odds are placed in high-traffic areas where casual players will encounter them first. Penny slots near entrances hook people with low-stakes accessibility, then gradually lead them deeper into higher-stakes areas. Every single machine placement is deliberate, tested, and optimized to extract maximum revenue from different player psychology types. Modern casinos are moving toward cashless gaming, and it's making the spending problem even worse. Digital transactions on slot machines and table games eliminate even the minor psychological friction of handling chips. You're just pressing buttons and watching numbers change on a screen. There's zero tactile connection to the money disappearing from your account. Studies show that people spend significantly more when using digital payment methods compared to physical currency. The more abstract and frictionless the payment, the more freely your money flows away from you. Casino lighting is an art form designed for one purpose: keeping you awake and gambling. Bright, colorful lights everywhere create visual stimulation that fights fatigue. But the lighting is never harsh enough to be unpleasant or remind you of fluorescent office environments. It's calibrated to be energizing without being draining. The strategic use of warm and cool lighting guides you through the space, highlighting certain areas while making exits and clocks, where they exist, fade into the background. Your eyes are being subtly directed exactly where the casino wants them to go. When someone hits a jackpot, casinos make absolutely sure everyone knows about it. Lights flash, sirens wail, and staff members appear to photograph the winner with their giant novelty check. This public celebration serves multiple purposes. It provides social proof that people really do win, it creates excitement and optimism in nearby players, and it triggers FOMO in everyone who witnesses it. What they don't showcase? The thousands of quiet, unremarkable losses happening simultaneously across the floor. You remember the one spectacular win, not the overwhelming statistical reality of losses surrounding it. Even the bathrooms are strategically designed to get you back on the floor. They're deliberately placed deep within the casino, forcing you to walk past hundreds of gaming opportunities on your way there and back. Inside, the bathrooms are nice enough to be comfortable but not so luxurious that you want to linger. No comfortable seating areas, no lounges to rest in. You do your business and get back out there. Some casinos even place ATMs right outside the bathrooms, catching you at a moment when you might be reconsidering your losses and ready to inject fresh cash. Casinos are brilliant at gradually escalating your bets through psychological nudging. You start at a $5 blackjack table, but those are positioned right next to $10 tables where people seem to be having more fun. Your initial wins make you feel confident, so stepping up seems reasonable. Before you know it, you're at tables with minimums that would have seemed insane an hour ago. The progression feels natural, but it's carefully architected. Each step up the ladder feels like a small, justified decision, but the cumulative effect is massive increases in your potential losses. Casinos exploit the sunk cost fallacy masterfully. Once you've lost a significant amount, your brain doesn't want to accept that loss as final. You feel like you need to keep playing to win it back, to make the previous losses worthwhile. This is exactly what casinos count on. They know that players who are down will often keep gambling far beyond their original budget because stopping means accepting defeat. The deeper you're in, the harder it becomes to walk away. And that's precisely when you're most likely to make your biggest, most desperate, and most costly bets. Look, casinos are businesses designed to make money, and the house always has a mathematical edge. Always. But understanding these psychological tricks gives you power. Knowing that the environment is engineered to manipulate you makes it easier to resist. Set hard limits before you walk in. Use cash, not cards. Set phone alarms to track time. Take frequent breaks outside where you can recalibrate. Treat gambling as entertainment with a fixed cost, not an investment opportunity. The moment you recognize these tricks in action, they lose some of their power. Stay aware, stay smart, and never forget that in a casino, you're playing on their turf with their rules.